Canada might seem like an endless icy wilderness, but there's so much more to this country than meets the eye. It's a land full of surprising wonders, fascinating culture, and jaw-dropping natural sights. Ever dreamed of seeing the northern lights without going on a trek? In Canada, it's possible to witness this dazzling light show right from your window. And how about watching a massive iceberg float past you, like a scene out of a movie? Yes, you can experience that too. Canada is bursting with incredible, lesser-known treasures, just waiting to be discovered. From quirky traditions to awe-inspiring landscapes, this country offers unique experiences you won't find anywhere else. Stay tuned, and let's explore some of the coolest facts about this amazing northern wonderland. Canada, the second largest country on the planet, spans a staggering 9.98 million square kilometers. That's about 3.85 million square miles. To put it simply, you could fit almost 40 countries the size of Germany into Canada's massive landmass. Crazy, right? When people think of Canada, its jaw-dropping landscapes usually come to mind. From the rugged peaks of the Rockies in the west to the iconic Niagara Falls in the east, the scenery here is nothing short of breathtaking. And let's not forget the Great Lakes, so vast that you might mistake them for oceans. But Canada isn't just about nature. It's also home to an incredibly diverse population of 37 million people, representing cultures and traditions from all over the world. The country's inclusive and welcoming communities make it a rich cultural melting pot. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Canada is bigger than the entire European Union combined. If you love the outdoors, this place is a paradise. Think grizzly bears, moose, and the iconic Canadian beaver. Thanks to Canada's commitment to conservation, its vast wilderness remains protected and thriving. And if that's not impressive enough, Canada holds the title for the world's longest coastline. Stretching 202,000 kilometers, it beats every other country on Earth. Whether you're drawn to stunning landscapes, friendly people, or fascinating geography, Canada really does have something for everyone. One of the longest highways on the planet runs through Canada, the legendary Trans-Canada Highway, stretching an incredible 7,800 kilometers, or about 4,160 miles. This road connects the entire country, from the Pacific to the Atlantic. Imagine starting your adventure in Victoria, British Columbia, with the ocean breeze in your hair and ending in St. John's, Newfoundland, where waves crash against rugged cliffs. Sounds amazing, right? What makes this highway truly special is the stunning variety of scenery along the way. In British Columbia, you'll be greeted by the majestic Rocky Mountains. These towering giants are a sight to behold, especially if you love outdoor adventures and jaw-dropping views. As you move eastward, the rugged peaks give way to the vast open prairies of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Picture endless fields of golden wheat swaying in the breeze. The vibe is totally different here, yet equally captivating. Don't forget your camera. Prairie sunsets are a masterpiece you'll want to capture. This epic journey across the Trans-Canada Highway offers a unique way to see the diverse beauty of an entire nation, 1 mile at a time. Did you know Canada stretches across a whopping 6 time zones? It's a surprising fact that not everyone knows. Let's break it down as we travel across this vast country. First up is the Atlantic region. Newfoundland and Labrador are unique because they operate on UTC 3:30. Yes, you heard that right, a 30-minute difference. It's the only place in North America with such a distinct time zone, setting it apart from neighboring provinces. Moving west, we hit the Atlantic time zone, covering places like Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Here, the time is UTC 4, making it 4 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time. Things start to feel a bit more consistent here. Next, we enter the Eastern Time Zone, home to major regions like Ontario and Quebec. This zone runs on UTC 5 and includes cities like Toronto and New York. If you watch TV shows or sports events from this part of North America, you're likely familiar with this zone. Heading further west, we reach the Central Time Zone at UTC 6. This covers Manitoba and parts of Saskatchewan. Here's a fun twist. Some areas in Saskatchewan skip daylight saving time and stay on standard time all year round. Keep going west and you'll land in the Mountain Time Zone, set at UTC 7. This includes Alberta and the Northwest Territories. If you've ever visited Calgary or Edmonton, you've been in this zone. The majestic Rockies and stunning national parks make this region truly unforgettable. Canada's time zones are as diverse and fascinating as the country itself. Did you know Canada once recorded a temperature as cold as Mars? It's true. On February 3, 1947, the tiny settlement of Snag in the Yukon hit a mind-numbing 63 degrees Celsius, colder than the inside of your freezer. To put that in perspective, Mars can reach temperatures of 63 degrees Celsius too. Imagine stepping outside and feeling like you've landed on an alien planet. Snag back then was a quiet little community. The few residents who called it home were no strangers to the harsh northern climate, but this cold snap was beyond anything they'd experienced. The air was so frigid that people's breath would freeze into a misty fog right in front of them. Just surviving that day was a feat. Here's another wild fact. You actually weigh a tiny bit less in Canada. Sounds bizarre, right? This odd phenomenon happens because gravity isn't uniform across the planet. Factors like Earth's rotation, landmass distribution, and terrain features all play a role. One of the most striking examples of this is around Hudson Bay. During the last ice age, the colossal Laurentide ice sheet covered much of Canada. When it eventually melted, the crust, which had been pushed down by the ice, began to rise slowly, a process called isostatic rebound. This geological shift caused a slight reduction in gravity in the area. In Hudson Bay, you could weigh about 1/10 of an ounce less than in other parts of the world. It's not a huge difference, but it's an amazing reminder of how the Earth's history can still affect us today. Canada is an enormous country, with nearly half of its land covered in dense forests. Imagine standing in an endless sea of towering trees, surrounded by wildlife and the peaceful sounds of nature. These forests are more than just beautiful. They are a vital part of Canada's identity and economy. From the timber industry to tourism, forests contribute significantly to Canada's economic growth. But their value isn't just measured in dollars. These forests play a crucial role in sustaining the health of our planet. In fact, Canadian forests hold a remarkable 9% of the world's renewable freshwater supply, a staggering number when you think about it. These forests help regulate Earth's water cycle, ensuring we have access to clean, pure drinking water. Acting like giant sponges, they absorb rainwater and slowly release it into rivers and lakes. This natural process keeps our water sources clean and replenished. Without these forests, our freshwater systems would face serious threats. Canada's forests are more than a national treasure. They are a global lifeline, keeping ecosystems healthy and supporting life for us all. When you think of Canada, you probably picture breathtaking landscapes, maple syrup, and ice hockey. But kangaroos? Not so much. Yet, in Alberta, one of Canada's most beautiful provinces, the laws on exotic pets might surprise you. Believe it or not, with the right permits, you can legally own a kangaroo in Alberta. It's an unusual rule that shows just how unique Canada's laws can be from province to province. But why would anyone want a kangaroo as a pet? Well, these fascinating creatures are smart, social, and incredibly strong. However, caring for a kangaroo isn't as simple as looking after a dog or cat. They need lots of space to roam, a specialized diet, and proper care to thrive in a non-native environment. So you might picture stunning scenery, diverse wildlife, or that legendary maple syrup. But did you know Canada is also one of the most educated countries in the world? Over half of its population has a college degree. Let's dive into why this is such an impressive achievement and what it means for Canadians. More than 50% of adults in Canada hold a college degree, a figure that towers over the global average. This commitment to education helps Canada stand out on the world stage. So, how did Canada achieve this? One major reason is its dedication to making higher education both accessible and affordable. Canadian colleges and universities offer a broad range of programs, often at lower tuition rates compared to countries like the US. Another key factor is Canada's culture of lifelong learning. Many Canadians believe in continually improving their skills and knowledge long after their formal education ends. This mindset doesn't just benefit individual careers. It also strengthens the nation's entire workforce. Canada's focus on education highlights a country that values knowledge, opportunity, and growth, setting an inspiring example for the rest of the world. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed discovering these fun facts about Canada, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Got a surprising fact you'd like us to explore next? Drop it in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.